Hello, it's Blake and Shan, and we're here today to talk to you about our March TBR. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be read?
To be read.
Allegedly.
I guess.
I presume. To something read?
Surely it's B.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to talk to you about the books we're going to read in March.
Aspirations.
How many books are you aspiring to read in March?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 7, which is, and they're all, well, at least I know a couple of them are a bit long. I think I'll probably only get to 5.
I've got 8, and I think I'll get 2 or 8 because they're not that long. So my first aim, I have a couple of books in progress. So my first
are you
aim,
counting those ones?
Yeah, they count as books I'm going to
No,
read
in
this
your
month.
8.
Yes, I am.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, which is another part of why. So the first one is to complete the book Satantango by Laszlo Krasznahorkai, maybe. I have been struggling through this book. I've had it open for quite a while and I've been bouncing into other books to palate cleanse. It's a difficult read. It's very literary. All of the chapters are just one single paragraph. They have a lot of run-on sentences. It's kind of confusing what's going on, and also it's quite bleak. So I'm hoping to finish it off. I've been told that I've paused right at the point where it starts to start making sense and get good and have the plot. So I'm looking forward to that. What is your first desire?
I think I'm being drawn towards Slow Gods by Claire North. So I picked this up last month at the book shop when I bought a far... it's right in front of me actually. A Far Better Thing. So I picked this up. I'm in my space era. I used to think I hated sci-fi, but it turns out...
Why did you hate sci-fi?
No, I'm not getting into this. But it turns out I don't mind sci-fi, and I noticed that Claire North wrote, was it the 15 Lives of Harry August, and I quite enjoyed that book. So I was like, this must be good. And then I believe... Yeah, it's literally right here.
Yeah, you can see that book. It's literally right.
Yeah, and on the shelf somewhere as well.
Here.
Somewhere. And so it's about this guy, and this kind of pulled me in. It was like, here is one truth. Out there in deep space, in the pilot's chair, I died, and then I was reborn. I became something not quite human, something that could speak in the infinite dark, and I vowed to become the scourge of the world that wronged me. And then, blah, blah, blah. This is also the story of the many lives I've lived since I died for the first time. Are you listening? So again, I think she quite likes many lives situations. But this one seems like...
15 Lives is a really good book.
Harry August, but in space. So so I hope you forgive me for buying a book when I really shouldn't have bought a book. But it sounded too good to pass up.
I'm going to read that book at some point.
Yeah.
So
and following my theme of my other books that I have on my list, a bit of a spoiler, it's got Astonishing and Thought-Provoking by Adrian Tchaikovsky, who is one of the more well-known
I've heard of
writers
Adrian
in sci-fi.
Tchaikovsky.
I think he's kind of like Brandon, smashing them out, but at like a really high level.
I thought he wrote violin concertos.
You're asking the wrong person. I
think that was Vivaldi, actually. Anyway, my second TBR is a book, again, that I'm in the middle of reading. It's called Passenger to Frankfurt.
By Agatha.
By Agatha Christie. There's, again, a theme. I'm reading through every single Agatha Christie.
Do you finish this month?
No, I do not. I'm not intending to, at least. But yeah, Passenger to Frankfurt's a standalone novel about a guy who has an encounter at an airport that leaves him wanting to find out more information. And then I guess the rest of the book is him finding out more information based on what I've learned so far. He also has a really spunky aunt from the Victorian era. And also it's set in 1970s, so they keep talking about the Vietnam War.
Oh.
Which is kind of interesting. And I'm looking forward to finishing it so I can find out what happens in the Vietnam War. No spoilers, please. Slap.
Yeah, big slap over there. My next couple, or should I talk?
One at a time.
Well, I don't really know what they are about, but essentially I was watching, I believe, a video by Daniel Green, and he was also going through a phase of reading Adrian Tchaikovsky, and then the two that kind of stood out to me in his ranking or like reviews were Service Model and Alien Clay, so I kind of looked them up on Libby, and they were both available, so I just got them out.
Yeah, makes sense.
They're both sci-fi, I believe.
You are really in your sci-fi era.
Yeah, it can't stop me. I think Alien Clay is probably more of a classic sci-fi. I believe they go to like a different planet. Don't quote me. I honestly don't know. All I know is like, ooh, it sounded interesting. And I believe Adrian likes the themes of like communication and obviously that kind of the dynamic between like humans and alien life form or what else?
Or alien clay form.
Yeah. And then I believe Service Model is more about more of a dystopian sci-fi where there's like this service robot and then like the whole world crumbles down around him, and then he has to figure out what his like life's purpose is.
This is the plot of the movie WALL-E.
Why did you say it like that? I was like, Wally. So yeah, I got those two out because I actually have another book on hold by Adrian, which is like Children of the something. His latest,
I don't know anything about Adrian Tchaikovsky.
Latest series that I've been wanting to read, but everybody at the library's been wanting to read that, so I think the wait's like 12 weeks. So I thought I would start off smaller with those two.
Yeah, fair. I've got some Agatha Christie's out. I'll do two. You did two.
Yeah, 2 for 2.
2 for 2. I've got Third Girl, which is a Poirot mystery. And I've got Nemesis, which is a Miss Marple. I think they are both either the second to last or... I think they're both the second to last in each, like, character's...
He's just looking at his spreadsheet. I don't mind him.
The Miss Marple is the second to last Miss Marple. This is the third to last Hercule Poirot. They're both from the 70s, late 60s, 70s. So it'll be kind of... Like, I find it really interesting because it starts to get into the time frame where it's like relevant to my brain. Not that I was alive then, but like my parents were born in that.
You can't have a kind of
you have a better frame of reference for that sort of recent history, whereas all the other stuff that's in like the 50s and 40s and 30s and 20s is a lot more like historical. So I've been finding them really interesting. I have no idea what either of them are about. I assume there are 3 girls in the Poirot story, and I assume that in the Miss Marple one, there's somebody who is an enemy of her.
We'll see if you were right. I assume there's a murder in both.
Yeah, there's going to be a murder. I'm hoping that in Third Girl, Hercule Poirot gets a bit more of his like basic characterizations back, because I've been finding that the later series don't have the characterization that they used to have. And the Miss Marples, I think, have been like fairly consistently good.
Has there ever been one where there hasn't been a murder?
No.
Jokes?
No.
No.
Maybe one of the like spy ones, but I think always there was a murder. There might be one spy one of the ones I liked the least.
Where's the blood? Where's the blood and guts?
I don't think.
Murder only in this household.
Most of them are murder mysteries, but there are a couple of Agathas which are more like spy novels. Just like 1 or 2. Hello, Toby.
He's back.
Toby loves to come say hi. Toby is a dog, in case you can't
He
tell.
hates us being in this room. He much would prefer everybody to be on the couch in his favourite lounge.
His favourite room,
in lounge, yes.
Yeah. So while we're talking, we'll just keep patting him.
Hopefully you can't see his butt. That'd be very rude.
Yeah. He's a sweet boy. And those are the two books that I currently have out. Which, what are you doing? Which I am looking forward to reading this month.
Cool. And then next for me is actually a reread, but I honestly cannot for the life of me remember what happened in this book. I just remember thoroughly enjoying it. and it's Empire of the Vampire by J. Kristoff. I've read some of his other kind of, I think, more YA series before, so I know he's like a good, solid author. I believe this is more of him stepping into the more, I hate saying adult fantasy, but like a little bit more, or is it like grimdark? I don't.
Yeah.
People are probably going to say
adult fantasy is grimdark, isn't it? Isn't that what that meant? I don't know.
Oh, to be fair, I think his other stuff was a bit gritty as well, so maybe I'm just
Batman Begins
having a yarn. But yeah, I read this one way back when it first came out, and then I just never got around to reading the other ones, and then the third one in the series I think came out last year, and so that's kind of spurred me being like, well, now is an appropriate time to reread them because they are quite chunky. But I've gotten this one out as an audiobook, so I'm hoping it's okay that way.
Yeah.
Otherwise I might switch to traditional book. I'm a little bit hit and miss with ebooks. Sometimes I really, really enjoy them, and then other times I just... It depends on what the context is, because I struggle sometimes with listening and trying to retain a lot of information.
But so much depends on like who's delivering it. Like, yeah. Speaking of audiobooks and depending on who's delivering it, the next book on my list is Rogue Protocol by Martha Wells, which is Murderbot 3. If you know the Murderbot Diaries, Chantel got me into these at the start of the year, late last year.
I was badgering you to at least listen, because I think Murderbot is better to be listened to. Because I really wanted to watch the Apple TV series based on it. So I was like, at least if you read the first one, we can watch that.
Which we still haven't done after me having read the first one. But this is the third one. I've been waiting for it for a while, and it's finally come out. I'm listening to the graphic audiobooks.
I'm not sure about that.
I'm actually quite enjoying. I think they're a little bit like abridged. Just a tiny little bit, but not enough to like actually take any content away, I don't think.
He just doesn't sound like my Murderbot.
Well, yeah, but he sounds like my Murderbot. And they have like all these like extra sound effects, which I think is kind of an interesting thing. Like, I've never listened to an audiobook before that was like... What they do their whole kind of spiel about their own brand, and they're like, hey, Grumpy.
You might have to get kicked
and they're
out.
like, it's like a movie in your mind, which I think is any book. You can imagine the sounds, but this has like all the little sound effects of like doors opening and stuff. It's quite cute, and also the wait time is lower.
Yeah.
So that's helpful.
I've had to wait ages for all of mine.
I've had to wait a long time for this one, but the other ones I'm like first in line for, so I should get them relatively quickly when I finish this.
I think it drops off fairly quickly. Like, I've not had to wait as long for like, I don't even know what number I'm on.
6 probably.
Kind of takes me to my next one. Is I'm also I actually started Fugitive Telementry in Feb, but then I just kind of got in a funk of
That is number 6.
It is.
I'm pretty sure. Might be 7.
I just didn't feel like listening to an audiobook. I think Charlie XCX's new album came out, and I was just like, I just want to listen to music. So my hold lapsed before I finished, but I think I only listened to about an hour of it. So hoping my hold comes through this month so I can finish that off.
Good luck.
But I'm not optimistic. I think that one's still got like maybe 7 weeks on it, but it's a short book.
You should be first in line again, right?
No, because it lapsed.
Oh,
yes.
painful.
You might get it before me if you've got all of them on hold. Which you should do, because you can just...
I do have all of them on hold.
Yeah. So, if you do get it before me, can I listen to it? No, you've got the graphic. Never mind.
Oh, yeah, it is graphic audio.
Yeah, no, I'm doing...
Traditional audiobook.
The traditional audiobook, actually. Or maybe I'll try and... I don't know if I don't think Libby has them as the novels.
I don't know, I didn't check.
I think, Anyway. So that's a maybe getting to in March.
I also have a maybe getting to in March, because all of the stuff that I have said so far, I have available to me to read. This one is something that I'm intending to read. It's called Endless Night, and it is by Agatha Christie. It is a standalone
It kind of
novel.
sounded like it might not have been for a change.
It's a
I was
standalone
like, oh, that
novel.
sounds like a fantasy book. No.
Yeah, no, it's a standalone novel. I don't know anything about it, but it's on the list of Agatha Christie's.
So
after I finish that one,
has to be read.
This is the last Agatha Christie I'm intending to read in March, and after I finish that one, I will have 4 Agatha Christie's left.
What are you going to read?
Something else. There are 73 in total Agatha Christie novels. I've actually also read a short story collection from the Tommy and Tuppence series. So 74, I'll have 4 left at the end of this month. So I'm a bit excited about that because it will be nice to kind of be done with this Agatha Christie project I started in April last year. Because it turns out 74 books is a lot of books to read. And I think it's the final of this kind of standalone novels. It is. Check the spreadsheet. That she did. So it'll be interesting to see what that is. Her standalone novels can vary widely in quality. So yeah. Endless night. But the night will come to an end eventually.
Yeah, a few more books.
Mm.
For you, at least.
Mm.
Cool. And then, I guess, moving on to my next one. This is a maybe. I do have it out. Kind of drew my eye when I was looking at...
The amount of books you get out and then I'm like not intending to read.
Sorry, I'm very much a mood reader in terms of what is currently available on Libby without waiting for a hold. So I went available, fantasy, sci-fi, and
got this out, but you weren't a mood reader because you haven't started reading it.
I literally today.
Oh, okay.
So I got
Fair,
this
Sorry,
service
my bad.
model, Alien Clay, out of the library today while we were at lunch. So the book is Under the Eye of the Big Bird by
Hiromi Kawakami.
Yeah, sorry, I couldn't read my own handwriting
But I
for a
could.
second. I believe it is a translated one. I think I saw that on the cover. And this one is sci-fi, but it's like, I believe we've already been invaded by aliens, and then there's like weird...
Are they big birds?
Maybe you should actually look up the synopsis for me.
Okay, you keep talking.
The cover drew me in. It's got one of those like more updated lit fic kind of covers.
It's got a picture of a bird on it.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, yeah.
And it won a prize? Or
It's a speculative fiction novel set in a post-apocalyptic future depicting humanity's precarious survival spanning geological time periods.
Yeah, and I think there's like weird species like mixing, and it's a bit more of a horror.
It also was shortlisted for the International Booker Prize.
Yeah.
And it is translated. You were right. Wow.
I remembered that it was translated. Could not remember what it was about, but I was like, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, it does sound interesting.
That I'll give it a go, but I think I'm going to get too scared.
Yeah, it does seem like
There's a huge chance that I'm going to be like, this is too scary for me. I don't do well with horror or...
It's not. You're just going to get to the point. You're going to get to a point in the book where, like, you think, oh no, something bad is about to happen. And as you have said many times before to me, when you get to that point in the book, you put it down for a bit.
Yeah, I almost didn't finish reading like Hail Mary and Jan.
Project Hail Mary, yeah. Because you were like, oh, I think something bad might be about to happen. Which, by the way, I don't know how you read the book, because the whole book was, I think something bad might be about to happen.
No, but like in a way that you think that, like, oh yeah, he's going to achieve what he's set out to achieve, and then it got to the point where it's like, oh, I don't know. I don't think that's going to be happening anymore.
There's too much suspense in this book. Can you please tone down the suspense?
Yeah. That is...
Interesting.
Some of the other books on here that I have really enjoyed, but have DNF'd.
You just got to power through.
I'm a baby, just a big baby. Which leads us to our last book that we need.
No. I've got one more book.
Oh, sorry.
This bad boy. Empire of Silence by Christopher Ruocchio. This book, I think you said today, was your favourite book.
Yeah, because I don't know, when you're in the car for like an hour, you kind of try to think of conversation, and it just popped into my head. I was like, what's your favourite book? Because I couldn't really think of what my favourite book was.
My favourite book is Oathbringer by Brandon Sanderson, I think.
You said it immediately, and I was like, I think this one is, just because it stayed with me in terms of feeling
Empire of Silence by Christopher Ruocchio.
I just had such a great time reading it.
Yeah, you talked about how great it was, so I, in a fit of generosity, went and bought with your and my shared money, so not really a gift, the whole series, and you have read like none of the rest.
No, I've read 10% of
you read 10% of the
Howling
second
Dark,
one?
and then
And then
something
something
suspenseful happened, and I stopped.
So I decided, since we have the whole series, I think, or unless there's more books after that. Disquiet Gods one. Maybe there's more coming.
There is a new. Oh no, maybe that is all of them. There might be a new one. Yeah.
I've got 6 that I can read. I'll read this one this month, and then we'll see what happens if I like it or not like it. But I'm excited because I like science fiction.
That's the book that got me into like reading science fiction. I think it must have been Daniel Green had said it was a really good book, and then I'd seen other booktubers talk about it, and I was like, I'll bite the bullet, give it a go.
Well, I'm going to do the same.
I think I liked it because he's not really on spaceships that much. That's my biggest gripe with. I thought I didn't like sci-fi, sorry, because...
You don't like ships, you don't like fantasy, it's not a boat.
Yeah.
You can't read the Robin Hobb stuff. You know.
Which is why I struggled a little bit with Tress in the Emerald Sea, because they were on the boat for a very long time, and I'm just like,
Did you struggle with... Have you read Oathbringer?
No. I've only read...
The first 2?
Yeah.
Have you not read the... I think you've read Oathbringer.
No, I've only read the small ones. I haven't gotten into the bigger ones.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I know what's going
on. Well, that's
in
because because that's just...
They are on a boat at some point, though, so... I guess that brings us to the final book, which is our book club book of the month.
Oh, you never said what it's about.
Well, I don't know what it's about.
Space.
I don't know what it's about. I just know that you said it was your favourite book, and that was why I was going to read it.
Basically, this guy...
is in space.
No.
Let me just check the back.
He's either applauded like a hero of the ages or the biggest villain of the ages because he like kills a son or something. And so this is the first book.
He burned every last Cielson from the sky.
Yeah.
Sounds like The Matrix. That's my favourite movie. Burning the sky.
But it starts off at him as a young boy, so like it progressively follows.
Does he go to space at some point?
I'm not giving you spoilers.
Anyway, moving on to the final book, which is our book club book for the month.
So we have to read this one.
Yeah, so we have to read it. We're in a book club. We go to a cute little bar in town, and I like to drink exactly the same glass of wine every single time because it's a very tasty wine.
Sorry, I thought you got a beer last time. But
no, I got the exact same wine that I always get, which is the Waipara Riesling from Pegasus Bay in the North Canterbury of New Zealand. Is a beautiful wine, off dry, 6 grams of sugar per 1,000 litres or something. These are all the facts that the guy behind the bar told me. And we go to this little book club, and we meet up with a few of our friends, like-minded people who also... Well, actually, not that like-minded. They're a bit more serious than people us are. They're much better at...
what books I read, and I had bought with, because I had my book bag. I was like, oh, these ones. And then they realised that it wasn't literary fiction. And you could just see them drop interest.
Yeah, so they're the ones that recommended Satantango to me, which I've been just slogging my way through. But this month's book, really excited to read. Don't know that much about it, but it's called Potiki by Patricia Grace. So the book club theme is New Zealand lit fiction. Patricia Grace is a reputed author, and Potiki has been recommended by our fellow denizens of the book club multiple times. We do these are the books that we're thinking about, let's do a vote, and it has come second multiple times, so we decided we wouldn't do a vote this month. We would just read the book that keeps coming second, because we might as well. I'll have a quick look, actually. I could have prepared for this, about exactly what it is about. It says it's a compelling novel.
There you go.
It explores the resilience and unity of a Māori community resisting the encroachment of developers who threaten their land and way of life. Through the voices of family members, the novel beautifully intertwines themes of cultural identity, heritage, and the power of storytelling. that sounds very much like something that I would like to read, so I'm looking forward to it. I did check what it was about when I was recommending that we should read it as part of the book club after someone had suggested it already.
Yeah.
But I'd forgotten since then. But I think that, like, you know, obviously we live in Aotearoa, New Zealand, and I think that, like, it's a really important part of New Zealand culture to be, you know, cognizant of the circumstances that exist for all communities of this country. And I think that a really good way of exploring that is through literature written by those people, about those people. And, you know, Potiki's a great way of, you know, really hearing about some of the challenges that are faced, and, you know, developing a bit more of the empathy, which I think is, not to get too political, the empathy which is sorely lacking in our human society at the present moment in time. Worldwide, for some reason, everybody's just decided, hey, screw other people. What about me? But again, not to get too political. I'm looking forward to reading this book. I think it'll be really interesting and beautiful, mostly because it said in the synopsis that it was interesting and beautiful and poignant. Are you looking forward to reading this?
Yeah, I am.
Because I think the book that we read in the book club that you've liked the most was Tangi by. Yeah,
I'm a newly minted member, so I've only read the two, but like Tangi was really good.
And Tangi is a great like exploration of those kind of cultural themes.
Yeah, it sounds like it's probably set around a similar time. From what I take was just like when Māori have been like disestablished and trying to work their way
getting
into
displaced from the land and trying to get back into
like trying to be part of the community, but like clearly has been kind of pushed to the side. And I think it's important because I only really have the context of what you're taught in school, and that's not necessarily
limited,
from
to say the least.
The point of view of these people and their
actual
culture and their communities and what they went through. It kind of just brushes over it. So it's always good to kind of, even if it might not be like real life in a sense of like these events happened, I think it's still a great way to kind of learn about them
and learn about what's
and
important
be a bit
to
more
people.
Because obviously the books are a little bit more directive in what they want to portray about those situations and things like that. Oh, my
phone's going to sleep.
Yep.
On that note, highly recommend that you do read Tangi by Witi Ihimaera. You may know of Witi Ihimaera because you might have seen the movie Whale Rider, starring Keisha Castle-Hughes.
Yeah, I think that's
from 2005, which is based on a Witi Ihimaera novel. Tangi is his first novel. It's the first novel written by a Māori author, published by a Māori author rather.
Yeah, published.
Because maybe some other people wrote stuff. And he has a 50th year anniversary edition.
Yeah, read that one.
Which is the best one to read, in which he incorporates a bunch of Te Reo Māori, which is the Māori language. And it really adds another layer to the storytelling. And it's really beautifully written. It's a really excellent book. I would highly recommend it to anyone. Which is not part of the March TBR.
Add it to your March TBR.
Add it to your March TBR now.
Yeah.
TBR stands for Tangi.
Be red.
Be red. Yeah, good job. Cool. Okay. That's it from us. I'm looking forward to a March full of reading these interesting books. I reckon I'll get through all of them. I'm confident in myself.
I'm not. I reckon I'm going to have read Slow Gods and then obviously...
Got scared halfway through the rest of the books on
read
the list.
Potiki and then like everything else is probably going to be... Who knows?
Yeah.
There might be a little bit too much sci-fi on here, but we'll see how we go.
We'll see how we go. Onwards and upwards. Bring on March.
I was going to say to the moon.
To the moon. To space.
To space.
The final frontier.